Hey, Padawans, good morning. Happy Monday, Memorial Day. How's everybody doing? I'm listening to some meditation music. It's called the channel is called the Nature Healing Society. More content is coming, more amazing videos, reviews, gameplay, all kinds of stuff. I'm planning a lot of things for the channel soon. You can't make a video every day, I know Jason does reviews every day. I can't do that. But I'll get to it this week. I'll do something on Wednesday or Friday. I want to do some unboxings. I got some Star Wars stuff to unbox. Some Batman things some figures that I got from Batman. I want to do the Indiana Jones game. And more fun stuff for the channel, okay? But I wanted to speak to the subscribers because I know you guys been watching my community area, my community post area, and then I made a video yesterday about drama and what was going on, and I thought something was wrong with me. But then today I thought about this, and there is nothing wrong with me. I am doing the right thing. And I want to sort of summarize what is happening here, because I know it's kind of hard to keep up with all the ongoings in the community. Look, there's a lot of people here, okay? There's when it comes to my YouTube, there's the part where I make videos, okay? I make videos. And then there's another part of YouTube where you join live shows, panels, and you interact with other people on StreamYard. There's a lot of people that go live, and it's sort of interaction that is fun, because you talk to different people. The problem, I think, is like everybody is just doing that. Everybody's just doing lives and interacting. And not enough people are doing videos, right? And I am drinking some tea. Cheers! It's tea time. So that's the dilemma, okay? Stick to making videos and content for my channel. That's what I'm trying to do. But sometimes I take a wrong exit and I end up in these live shows where there's just drama. That's all they do, because these people don't have any content. They don't make videos. They don't make shorts. They don't write anything. It's mostly just go live and talk to other people. It's just like a social panel, where you just talk to other people, like on the phone, like back in the day, I used to call the party line. And I got to meet really cool people dialing. I can't remember the number. I had it by memory. You call this party line, chat line, and you talk to a bunch of people. It was pretty fun. And I think that's what people are doing here on YouTube. But they forget that YouTube wants you to create something, that wants you to shoot video, anywhere. It could be your house. It could be anywhere. And I think that's the whole point of YouTube. But I want to talk to my subscribers, and I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this audio recording. I want to summarize and sort of explain what is going on. And I am not mad. This is not drama. I just want you guys to follow the timeline and understand what is going on and why I'm sort of reacting a lot to people. So in the last couple of days, I blocked a lot of people. Okay, I blocked, not too many. I blocked Morgan M. Morgan M was a subscriber to my channel, and I blocked her. I blocked Glowy, also another subscriber to the channel. And then yesterday I ended my friendship with Samara S. So I've been sort of reacting Um, I wouldn't say that I'm being dramatic because I've thought about it, and I think I'm doing the right thing. Now, when I say do the right thing, it's sort of a reference to the Spike Lee movie because I like that movie a lot. Uh, I just have an expectation of friends, of friendships, that I have high standards, and I expect everyone to have those. And I think that's where I go wrong, and that's why I break up friendships and walk away from a lot of people. And I know that a lot of people don't understand that. They think that I just throw away people like they're action figures. I know that Jeff has compared me to collecting women as if they were Star Wars action figures. That's not true. The thing is as I got older, I started to realize that what really matters in friendship, in relationships, is loyalty, truth, and justice. Okay? And that's what I think matters when you have friends. The difficulty here is that we have a lot of people, a lot of involvement, a lot of influence, because everybody talks to everyone, right? So if you have a friend, they're going to be friends of someone, other friends, and other friends, and other friends, and other friends. It's just like never ending, all right? This tea is really good. So I think, when it comes to relationships online or on places like this, I think one friend has 30 friends, and then another friend has another 30 friends, and everybody starts doing gossip, and everybody starts talking about somebody else, and everybody goes after someone else. It's complicated. I think it has to do with the numbers, with the high amount of people being around and talking to each other behind the scenes. So I think that may be part of the problem. So I ended my friendship with Samara, which is very sad. But I want to summarize what's going on. And I want to make it basic so you guys understand what is going on here on my channel. Why a lot of people think I'm acting weird. A lot of people say I'm acting like a baby. Okay. But again, I thought about this, and I think I don't think so. I think I'm going with my gut. I'm going with my beliefs, my strong ideology. I think that's what I'm trying to do here. I am not going to go soft. I am not going to do that. I'm going to keep fighting. And so what happened, last year, and stick with me, please, stick with me. Last year I came back, thanks to Samara, and I'm not going to go after Samara. I'm just going to end our friendship. That's it. Simple as that. I came back, and one of the first things that I did was go to Jeff and tell Jeff that I was sorry of the way I treated him. And I guess it didn't work out with Jeff. But then I went to Jason Callan, and I said the same thing to Jason. I said, hey man, I'm sorry the way I treated you. And Jason was cool with me. He said, oh, and I'm sorry I did it. And so we're good. Me and Jason are good. So I said, hey, I want to be friends with Jason, all right, and his sister. And that's it. I mean, that's pretty much what happened with that. The problem that I have now in the past week is that we have a doxer. We have a doxer in the community. His name is JB. JB is an Art Bell fan. JB comes from bellgab.com. JB is a hacker. Okay, JB cannot be trusted. And I've known about this for a long time. I told Samara last year about JB. I've told many people about JB. JB is an asshole. JB doesn't like anything. JB is always angry. He gets into fights. He's a homeless guy, and he's a dangerous person. So what happened last week was And like I said, I want to be friends with Jason. Now, when I'm friends with you, that means that I'm standing with you. You know, this whole stand by me thing again. I'm standing with you. So JB and Jason had some confrontation, and JB went live day after day after day after day, celebrating his birthday. But it was bullshit. He's not celebrating his birthday. He was just going after Jason for hours and hours. And that's a fucking dick move. I wouldn't even do that. So what happened was, I was watching. He was live. And JB decides to show Jason Callan's map, location on Google, on his avatar. And I said, well, this isn't right. You know, immediately my senses, you know, my gut, my you know, this thing that I've always had, that you had to do the right thing, fight for people, okay, stand up and speak out. So I think I went to the chat, and Morgan M was on panel with JB when he doxed Jason Callan. And a lot of people trust me, a lot of people don't want me to talk about this. Okay, they'd rather not. They'd rather just forget it. And that is the issue that I'm having. Let me have some more tea. So Morgan and me were good, right? I like Morgan. And I thought, okay, Morgan was up there, and she did say, hey, JB, don't do that, or I'm going to leave, when she was on a panel. And I thought that was pretty admirable about Morgan. But then I came in the next day, and I asked Morgan in the chat, I said, hey, do you remember what happened last night? And she said, no, nothing happened. And then JB denied it. He said nothing happened. So apparently I was the only one that was, I guess, imagining this. You know, I was being gaslit again. I told Jason what happened. I did, because that's what you do when you're friends with someone. So I thought, okay, look, I got to get Morgan on my side. I got to get Morgan to sort of testify, you know, speak out, and I'm going to test Morgan. So I gave Morgan 48 hours to tell the truth, to tell everybody in the community, because this is dangerous, right? I mean, we got a doxer in our midst. We have a doxer that I don't trust. So I tested Morgan. I gave her 48 hours to basically just come out and tell everyone that JB doxed Jason. And she kept quiet. She denied it. And that was it. She didn't do anything. It was just a simple thing. I asked of Morgan. All I was asking was she come out and say, yeah, JB doxed Jason in public. And that's all she had to do. And she couldn't do it. Now, I didn't know that Morgan, Glowy, and Samara were such a close trio of friends. I had no idea. I don't do Discord. I don't go to Discord groups. I mean, I do Discord when I message Coda, Jojo, and Jason, but that's it. I'm only doing it for like messaging, you know. But I don't do Discord groups. I don't do that. I don't know what these people are talking about behind the scenes. And I did not realize that if I gave the ultimatum to Morgan, I didn't realize that I was going to get attacked by a Glowy. But then I remembered that Glowy and Morgan met in person, and they're very good friends in person. Something happened between them. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm not going to, make something up, but it looks like they were pretty close, or they are close. And Samara. So Glowy got involved pretty quickly. And Chloe came to my channel to attack me. And she posted, this was within a matter of minutes. Chloe came to my channel and tried to dox Swishy. She was talking garbage. She was posting in my comments. And I blocked her. Now, I don't understand why people don't know me very well by now. You know that I don't deal with these jokes and with the way, I just don't want to deal with this stuff. I don't have the patience. If you're going to act like this, I'm going to block you. And that is the right. You you run your own channel, and you can block people. If they come to your channel and they start drama and all this stuff, you can block them. And so I blocked her, Chloe, and then I blocked Morgan. And then instead of saying to the community, hey, probably it's not a good idea to have this JB guy be doxing people on panels and showing maps of locations of users in the community. There's only another person that I've known that does that, and that was Lou. When Lou did it to Jeff, and when that happened, I immediately blocked Lou. But there's only two people that I know in this area of YouTube, of Bell Gap, that have done that. Lou, where he showed Jeff's home, and JB, who showed the map and the location of Jason Callan. There's only two people that done that. Now, when it comes to doxing, I take an address, a street name. To me, that's very serious. Okay, so that's why I reacted that way. And I thought I was going crazy. I said, why am I reacting this way? It's not about Jason. This is about everyone. This is about everybody's safety. So I try to stand up and protect everyone, okay? My mistake. Because the same day, Samara, Chloe, and Morgan came at me with the Swishy garbage. Well, instead of going after the true doxer, who was JB, instead of confronting him or doing anything to warn anybody else about him, instead they turned it around and they came after me. And they said that somebody had doxed someone in my comments. And I looked everywhere. Nobody doxed anybody in my comments. I looked everywhere. So I asked Chloe to provide a screenshot. And she did. Later on, many hours later. I hope you guys are getting the drift, okay? I'm trying to explain what is going on. And how many minutes am I into here? 20 minutes. All right, it's not too bad. Hey, just think about, maybe you're listening to a live panel. Okay, I don't do those anymore. I'd rather do an audio recording because I listen to the relaxing music and I drink my tea. And I think that's a better way for me. Sort of a podcast, all right? So Chloe provided the screenshot, and it was Jeff's name, and that was nothing. Everybody knew his name. It was absolutely nothing. So Jeff came to YouTube, told his name to everyone, and then he changed it later, and then he changed it later, and he finally came out with another name, fake-ass name, Scott Black. I don't even know who the hell Scott Black is. I have no idea where that comes from. But we all know Jeff's name. So that's why I had an issue with the way this was handled. And it was thrown under the rug. It was hidden from the community, and nobody was warned about this. And that, when it comes to trusting your friends, expecting your friends to do the right thing, okay, expecting the support from other people, I assume that if we find someone in the community who's doing wrong, that we are all going to speak out. That's where I went wrong. I assumed that everyone was going to react and speak out, but it's just me. Guess what? It's me versus 300. So I'm standing alone, and that's fine. I lost friends over it. But again, I don't mind. I don't mind bringing the world justice to this community. I don't even if I stand alone, I can be 1 versus 300, 1 versus 600. I know I am doing the right thing. I know I'm standing up for what is right. I know this. It's freedom, okay? Freedom of speech, correctness. And I'm not here to change the world. I'm just here to speak on behalf of people that have been bullied, doxxed, made fun of. You get the idea. Now let's move on. So that is why I started blocking these toxic, and I am going to call them toxic. We call them toxicas in Spanish. Toxicas. It's just basically women that are bitches. I'm gonna be honest. It's just women that are bitches. And what I mean by bitches is that means they want to control men. They want to tell them what to do. They want to scream at them and treat them like shit. And you see, I am not a kind of guy that takes that. I would block you right away. I don't deal with that. With me, it's pretty straightforward, guys. And I can't believe that Glowy didn't know that about me. I've ended friendships in an hours. Friendships that were years, and even in real life. I don't even talk to my best friend anymore. I've had so many friends during my lifetime that one day I just called and I said, don't call me ever again. I broke up with one of my girlfriends one time. I called her and I said, that's it. Don't call me anymore. Leave me alone. And I broke up with her. Just like that. I don't beg. Okay? I'm not a simp. That's the way I am. I guess I just slammed the hammer down. And I think that's the way I am. So that's always been that way. Even, like I said, in real life relationships, I just cut people off that are toxic. And if I don't like what you're doing, if I see something wrong, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. And it translates into YouTube. It comes to YouTube. So anyway, the Glowy Morgan and Samara apparently made it out like I was the one in the wrong because I was talking to Swishy. Let's talk about Swishy. Swishy doxed a lot of people years ago. I'm talking about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And when I say dox, he just said a couple of names. I never seen Swishy post a map or an address of anybody. Not on my channel, not on his channel. I've never seen anything like that. I've seen on live panels say a couple of names. That's it. That was a long time ago. Now he comes to my channel and he comments in my videos. And I'm not going to block him. I'm going to let him comment on my video. Why would I block him? I will block him if he comes over here and starts fighting with me and starts doxing. Yeah, I will block him right away. He knows that. Okay? He knows that I don't take shit from anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you've been my friend for 5 years or if you've been my friend for 20 years. If you come to instigate and fight with me on my channel and dox, I will block you. It's just the way it is. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to give you a chance. I'm not going to forgive you and call you like Jeff and talk to you and try to fix things. I'm not that. It's just, I don't have the time. Okay? I don't have the time for that. I know a lot of people to talk about the resolution. I'm not going to do resolutions with you. I'm not going to go to the YouTube court. I'm just going to block you and I'm not going to speak to you. It could be a year. It could be 2 years. It could be 3 years. Who knows? Who knows? That's the way I am. That's my personality. I am a Virgo. All right? So I've been already here way too long, and I know I'm losing a lot of the subs, but I just want you to understand what I'm going through, how I'm dealing with this, and why. I'm about world justice. So here's the thing. Let's get back to. So anyway, that's why I've been blocking people, and that's why I've been sort of upset. Now, when JB docs Jason, there could have been many ways that I could have handled the situation. Okay, let's think about this, because I'm also a very logical and critical thinker. So one, I could have just said nothing and ignored it. That's number one. I could have said, hey, I could have just said, hey, JB, you did this, but it's okay. I'll give you another chance. Maybe next time. Okay. Or I could do what I'm doing right now, defending Jason and fighting for justice. So I had three choices. I could have just ignored it. Okay, I could have talked to JB and say, stop what you're doing. Or I could have gone full Judge Dredd on JB. All right? And I'm talking about full Judge Dredd. I am not kidding you. Now, let's talk about what happened. What were the outcomes? My expectations of the community, of the people around here, what were my future expectations? Because I do like some people here, but others I don't. Number one, everybody reports JB. That was my expectation. Everyone report JB. He doxed Jason. Okay, that was one. That was one exit. That was one action. That was one report. We could have just reported him, but guess what? Nobody did. Okay, so that was just something that could have happened, but nobody did. Confront them. Number two. Did somebody confront JB? Well, I did, and I will say Dana did ask him, and other people did ask, but JB denied it. Instead of speaking about what he did, taking responsibility for what he did, he turned it against me. He said, oh, Miller, we shouldn't have to listen to Miller. That never happened. What are you talking about? So he played the fool. He never, when it comes to Bell Gab, you never apologize, and you never tell the truth. You do something, and then you say you never did it, and then you make people forget. And that is the psychology behind Bell Gab. And JB knows this. He knows that he can manipulate the women and make them forget. But I'm not that kind of way. So, number one that the community should have done was report him. Number two, confront him. Again, some people did confront JB, and he denied everything. Number three, we could have kicked him out of the community. We could all just shadow ban him and not go to his channel. That was another option. We missed an opportunity to go after a doxer. So what happened eventually? Well, the women around JB, mostly the women, and I will call them the cat ladies, and I'm calling out Dana, because Dana's supposed to be the good therapist, the good fairy, right? She's supposed to represent everything that is good about, the mind and psychology. And she says she always stands up for the rights of people, right? She's always fighting for the rights of everybody. But she didn't do anything. She didn't even bring it up to JB. She's over there singing songs to JB. She's celebrating his birthday. This is how ridiculous all of this is. People are over there celebrating his birthday, singing to him, praising him, loving him. And this is what bothers me. I see nobody fighting for justice. Nobody. It's just turning away, ignoring the problem, ignoring the cancer, and hope it goes away. And it's not going to go away. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not going to go away. If he did it to Jason, he's going to do it to somebody else. He's going to keep doing it because all of you have forgiven him and have forgotten his crime. Now, I expected, of all people, Jeff B. I expected Jeff B. to call him out. Never happened. You know, Jeff B., he calls me out on anything. Okay, he shows my videos on anything. But when he heard about JB doxing Jason, he was quiet. And this is the guy that's supposed to always be, you know, Batman or something. You know, he's always talking about, oh, you should do this, and you should be this, and you should act this way, and you should never dox. You know, the people that got doxed should be the most outspoken. Jeff got doxed. The mass spoofer got doxed. Okay? Dana got doxed. Jason. Okay? Seaglass. Samara. The people that got doxed are supposed to be the people who are supposed to be acting right now, confronting JB and telling him to stop doing this. But instead, they're singing happy birthday. Or they're going out for the weekend, and they don't care. And this is the issue that I have with people. But you know what? It's probably just me again. We deserve better, guys. We deserve better people in our community. People with true convictions, with true, life experience, and people that protect others. That's what we require. But it's not happening. We are allowing criminals to infiltrate our community. Why don't you guys see that? I gotta get going. So, it's not about Jason Callum being doxxed. It's about everybody having to react, participate, protect your friends, speak up, and do the right thing. And nobody wants to do the right thing. People just want to have fun, play games. I don't want to play games. I take life seriously. To me, this is some serious shit. And you guys, when I said you guys, I mean Chloe, Morgan, and Samara, you guys think this is just a game, and you turn it against me. You turned against me because I talked to Swishy. And again, there is no evidence that Swishy doxed anybody anywhere at all. So, again, I'm left out in the cold, and I don't care. It's me, Jedimiller versus 300, and that's the way it's gonna be. I don't go to JB's anymore. I will keep fighting for what is right. And if I lose friendship, if I stand alone, I'd rather be alone, all right, than hang around liars and two-faced people that don't tell the truth and don't fight. They just want to belong. They just want to be in the group, having a good old time. Let's just have a good old time. That's it. That's all you care about. It's really saddening, and I'm not going after Samara. I'm just going to let it be. But I hope Samara understands that I have to do this. I have to. It doesn't matter if I'm hated, I don't care. I'm doing what I have to do. Let's see what happens. Like I said, more fun, interesting videos coming to the channel. And that's all I'm going to say for now. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, what is happening, why I'm blocking people. And It is the way of the Jedi. That's what you have to do. The way of righteousness. That's what I'm doing. Have a great day, guys, and may the Force be with you. Goodbye.